There's a deep stillness here right now, a deep presence that's here. Welcome, Jeannie. The earth's really quiet. There's like this kind of impending rainstorm in the air. There's like this stillness. It's around twilight. What in filmmaking they call the magic hour. Hi there, Beatrix. Hello, welcome. When you're entering, please share where you're from, where you're joining us from. We have people connecting with us from all different parts of the world. Welcome, Martin. And there's a unified resonant field that comes into being from our shared presence. We're in seemingly very, very vastly diverse geographical locations. And yet, when we attune together, a unified field of presence, even though physically it feels like we may be at a distance, or it seems like we're at a distance, we are in a space that transcends separation. And in the space that transcends separation, there's a clear energy that's able to move through us. There's a clarity, there's an intelligence that's able to move through us in this unified resonant field. And this is where the magic and the miracles and the insights and the inspirations and the shifts in consciousness and the epiphanies and the openings of the heart and a deeper sense of purpose and a deeper sense of meaning and a deeper sense of transformation and transcendence comes into being. So we support each other just with our presence together, just through being here together. This is episode 103 of The Glow. I think it's been a while, maybe like a week and a half at least. And they just kind of happen when they happen. You know, and right now we're happening. Right now it's happening. I'm happening, you're happening. It's all happening right now. And there's a deep sense of gratitude to be here right now. To be alive to the unknown, to be alive to the vitality of this moment. I heard a podcast a few days ago. I was exploring this podcast. I was actually exploring myself being on it, so I was seeing what it was like. And the guy comes on, the guest comes on, and he's, yes, indeed, to feel, to be alive, to feel, yes, right now. Oi pagoi naki ha, says Khan Polash. What language is that, Khan Palash? Oi pagoi naki ha. So the guy comes on and he says, it's great to be here. The past few months have been great. I've been making so much money. I've been making millions of dollars. I just spoke to 10,000 people in an arena. I've spoken to 2 presidents in the past couple of months. Blah, blah, blah. On and on about these accomplishments that he's had. So you come on these shows, and the thing is, you want to establish yourself as an expert. So in order to establish yourself as an expert, you tell the story that shows that you're an expert, right? You show, you prove how important you are. But the thing is, like, as the guy is talking and he's telling the story, he's not really present. He's sort of just rattling off this speech that it seems as though he's given many times, you know, in the past few weeks. And he's just sort of like a recorded mechanism in his mind, and he's just spitting out what he thinks will further his goal of accomplishing what he wants to accomplish from the people that are listening. And all these things he's talking about have happened in the past. So why do I care? Why do I care what he's done in the past? What I'm interested in is, do I sense a sense of presence? Do I sense an opening in this individual as a clear channel to source, to an intelligence? It doesn't matter what the field is or what the topic is. It could be mathematics, it could be astronomy, it could be neuroscience, it could be enlightenment, it could be yoga, but I want to feel presence. I want to feel you engaged. I don't care what happened in the past. I don't care how many presidents you talked to. I don't care how many thousands of people you spoke in front of. I'm not interested. That's me. I'm not interested. And I'm curious if that's interesting to you, if that's like important to you. But to me, I'm not interested. You know, what I'm interested in is a depth of presence. That's what I want to feel. Certainly in a spiritual teacher, that's what I want to feel. Is a depth of presence. You know, one of the most ridiculous things of all is this thing where people go, they'll have this bio, and it's very common to have this bio, and they say, I had my awakening in 1997, or like, in 1999, I had my awakening. Well, what good does that do me now? That's like 20 years ago. Like, I want to hear from somebody that's having their awakening right now. You know, in this moment. Now, and now, and now, and now. In this moment. You know, this is what's important. Somebody that's burning up with the fire of love right now. Burning up with the fire of passion. Burning up with the fire of inspiration now. Knowledge has such little value when it comes to transmission. You know, in fact, in many ways, it's a deterrent. And when working with clients or people, human beings, students, friends, what's most important is being present. What's most important is being present, because when you're present, you can be a clear mirror to reflect somebody back to themselves. And we have the answers inside ourselves. All the answers inside ourselves. When I say all the answers, I mean like all the answers inside ourselves. But it's difficult to access it. It's difficult to access it. And someone else in a field of presence can give you a different perspective or different angle that illuminates something in a way you hadn't been able to see it before or look at it before. It allows you to see yourself more clearly. Right? But it's the presence that allows you to see yourself more clearly. To remember who and what I truly am and the infinite possibilities for me in each and every moment, most importantly this one. That this life is a miracle. That this life is pure magic. That this moment is a miracle. To remember how beautiful I am. How free I am. How in love I am. How empowered I am. How beautiful everything is. How filled with love everything is. Exactly as it is. You don't need someone who's spoken to 10,000 people to tell you that. You don't need someone who's spoken to presidents to tell you that, who's made $1 million, millions of dollars to tell you that. You know, it's accessible now. There's some ability, there's some magical, miraculous way of attuning to that intelligence that's alive and available now, the ever-present I am, and then sourcing it through the unique expression of who and what we are. And it's always unique through each individual. So you never want to try to imitate somebody else, right? Or be like somebody else. Someone can inspire you to access the authenticity of who and what you are. And that's beautiful. And the intention is that that's what this space is. To access the unique flower that you are. Moment by moment, and to express it in the world. How do you become more authentic? You can't become more authentic. Anything you do to try to be authentic is inauthentic. There's no way to be authentic. It's in this space of innocence consciousness where you're so wide open, so blown open, so grounded in the unknown, in the unknowing, in the not knowing, that what comes through you in each moment is beyond any sense of calculation, beyond any sense of a means to an end. And when someone's authentic, and genuine in their aliveness to the moment, from a depth of presence, wholly, fully, completely present with you in this moment, there's a sense of trust that arises. And to embrace the authenticity is to embrace all the parts of ourselves. All the parts of ourselves. So, we often think of someone as spiritual, as being soft and gentle, and what we could attribute as what we could describe as feminine attributes, is often seen as spiritual, and we there's an encouragement of men to aspire to these more feminine attributes, to be more spiritual, to be more soft, to be more gentle, right? And that's beautiful if that's the authenticity of what's coming through in the moment. But also, the masculine, what could be seen as masculine attributes, are equally spiritual. What could be seen as more hard or rough or direct or assertive or fierce, focused, intense. So as a human being, as a man, we learn to embrace all the parts of ourselves. Not trying to be spiritual. Not trying to be an idea of what we think of as spiritual. But to be the essence of who and what we are, that is aligned with inside ourselves, that is from a depth, pure, full, whole, complete depth of presence, is what shines through, what comes through in this moment. And no one can tell us what that is. We can't even tell ourselves what that is. That's the beauty of it, you know. But what I can say is that what we need from this awakening consciousness is we need more of the masculine attributes. And this notion that the feminine attributes are, oh, those are the spiritual ones, and the masculine ones they're not the spiritual ones. It's all spiritual. It's all divine. It's all sacred, and it's all to be embraced, and it's all to be in love with. And it's what creates the polarity. It's what creates the polarity from which all creation arises from. Thanks, everyone, for being here and writing fun, lovely, cool, interesting things. Yeah, I know, it's been gone for a while. For many nows, and now I'm back, and now I'm forward, and now I'm here, and now you're here. How beautiful is that? Check the links at the bottom. There's ways to tap in deeper. Feel free to share it with your friends if you feel called. It's a really important subject, it feels like, and it's a subject that people are really energized about. They're really interested in exploring it. I did a video a few days ago, just a spontaneous video in the street in Philadelphia, and about relationships between men and women, the 60-second video, and my Facebook was like blowing up with people responding, you know, from all different places, and it's important, you know. It's relationships are the touchstone of everything else. You know, everything is relationships. Your romantic relationships, your sexual relationships, your familiar relationships, your business relationships, your interpersonal relationships of every kind, you know, are what make the world go round. And masculine, feminine polarity is the expression of the oneness through the world of duality. That's where the creative friction arises to bring the new into being, when we embrace it, you know, when we embrace the polarity. So let's keep the conversation going. Love and appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here. See you in the next now.